stop the world and cunt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. I'm wearing shoulder pads. My extensions are back in. I'm also experiencing stroke-like symptoms. Here's the thing. I tried to adjust my lighting. My lighting man is on break. And I tried to adjust some of the video footage because I thought I'd really pop off the pages in this week's episode video format. And I ended up pressing a couple buttons and it was given Countess Luann dressed as Diana Ross. Like the skin tone, it was getting a little problematic, and I got to really ride out the dim the lights tour before I get canceled. So to counteract the camera settings, I have had to put my lights on full wattage, so I am being blinded by these lights. And on top of that, the extensions are fresh and they are really pulling at the scalp. So if I stroke out in about 14 minutes, Andrew's going to come in and mist me with a little Belvedere, and then I'm coming back to life because, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew is back from her occupational European travels, and I am fucking all the way off, but not before I go to the pumpkin patch for the 300th time. Listen to this. I've got lots of life updates. Everybody, edge of their seat. Also, how do we feel about these shoulder pads? Because I am feeling brittle and gaunt. I love a shoulder pad so much. Speaking of shoulder pads, make sure you go to Nope, that's not it. What's the website? thebitchbible.com/tour. San Francisco. If you're teetering, if you're thinking about it, the show is this evening. I'll have you home by 9 p.m. And I promise you, I'm never coming back to San Francisco. I've done more shows in San Francisco than any other place. I've kind of phased out my audience there. So there's about 37 tickets left. I'd love to sell it out. If not, you'll never see me again. Anywhere you look. Is that the Full House theme song? Yeah. What was I saying? Okay. Clyde's obsessed with pumpkins. Maybe it's because it reminds him of his former body type, but that bitch loves a pumpkin. So we've been going to that pumpkin patch. And by pumpkin patch, I mean Gelson's and or Trader Joe's. I bought a pumpkin from Gelson's. It was $19.99 for a very small pumpkin that just a hop, skip, and a jump over to my local Trader Joe's, where I can't go because the one-armed man still very much so works there, Captain Hook, as we lovingly call him. The same pumpkin retail value, $4.99. So it's a bit of an upsell, but we'll circle back to that. Andrew and I took Clyde to this local farm, Underwood Family Farms. So fucking cute, can't breathe. And they have all of these like Halloween activations, like 5 million pumpkins, face painting, chickens, goats, everything, corn mazes, tractor rides. It's like Clyde's fever dream, okay? So they have this tractor playground set, and Clyde, unfortunately, despite all of my efforts, it's looking like he's not going to be a homosexual. He has very heteronormative interests, including garbage trucks, fire trucks, tractors, trains, balls, not testicles, but like soccer balls, basketballs. It's not looking good, despite the ballet classes, despite, just like cultural awareness. We've watched every episode of The Real Housewives. I've really given him the lay of the land. We watched Showgirls. We've watched Tu Wong Fu. Okay. We listened to the classics. Okay. Natalie Imbruglia Torn, Ariana Grande. I've tried everything and it's not working. But anyways, he loves this little tractor playground. Okay. And he's going down the slide and he meets this little friend and they're playing. And the mom looks at me and she goes, "Hey, would you watch him for a second? I'm just going to go grab something really quick." And I'm thinking, okay, we've had limited to no interaction, but love that I'm omitting some sensible, responsible mama bear energy. Rare. Okay. Wow. So trustworthy and just loving and maternal. And Andrew's with me. So maybe that's the draw. And she's like, "I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Great. Sure thing, girly girl." So a minute or two goes by. I'm looking around and I don't see this bitch. She's fled the scene. Now, her son, little Timmy, let's call him, because I don't know what this kid's fucking name is. Not a beauty queen, by the way. So if I'm getting stuck with him, I'd like, an attractive child. And he looks at me and he goes, "Where's my mama?" And I said, "Oh, she went to go get something really quick. She's going to be right back." He starts crying and I don't really know what to do with that. I'm like, "No, it's okay." He goes, "I want my mama." And I'm like, "Okay, well, she's coming back. Okay, so let's go on the slide." Now I'm babysitting. Okay, I barely want to take my own kid to the fucking pumpkin patch. Now I'm like on a play date. Now I'm on a field trip. Now I'm a foster parent. Okay. And I'm like, "Let's go down the slide." And he's like, "I don't want to go down the slide. I want my mommy." And I'm like, "Okay, well, mommy just went to go get something really quick. She's coming right back. Where's my mommy?" I'm like, "Literally, bitch, I don't fucking know." Okay. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm trying to keep a cool, calm exterior, but like, you think I want to deal with your ass? Like, I'm done here. I want to go get a beautiful martini somewhere with my son and a focaccia bread. Like, I'm over this vibe. So I get him to go down the slide another time and he starts crying. "I want my mommy. I want my mommy." Now we're looking at 6 minutes, okay, of me on the clock as a foster parent to this fucking little Timmy, okay? Then this bitch starts bolting, okay? "I want my mommy. I want my mommy." I'm like, "Okay, well, yeah, she's coming back, hopefully. I don't know." Then he takes off like a fucking rocket ship. Okay. Now he's on foot. Now I'm doing cardio after little Timmy. I'm babysitting. I'm exercising. I'm panicking because I don't know where little Timmy's mommy is. Okay. And if we leave the playground, it's a huge property. Maybe little Timmy is never. Now am I a kidnapper? Like, this is not what I signed up for. 8 minutes and 12 seconds. I fuck you not. Little Timmy's mom. Now I've run around this whole park. I want to see the chickens. I want face painting. I'm like, do I have to buy this kid tickets now? Now I'm coming out of pocket and I'm trying to keep him calm. And then Clyde's reading his energy. And then he's upset because now Clyde's mommy's with little Timmy looking for little Timmy's mommy. And now Clyde's getting upset. It's a domino effect. And I'm thinking, why in the world? Like, no good deed goes unpunished. In what fucking world does this hands-off mother leave another child with another hands-off mother? And now I'm in a clusterfuck. I'm just trying to buy a fucking pumpkin and fuck off. 8 minutes and 12 seconds later, the woman comes back, okay? And she's like, "Sorry, thanks so much. The line to the bathroom was so long. And then I went to go like rent a wagon and it just took longer than expected." And I looked her dead in the eye and I said, "You're fucking welcome." I mean, unbelievable. I almost got saddled with a foster kid at the pumpkin patch today because I had my extensions back in. She probably thought, that looks like a fruitful young woman who can take care of business in those shoulder pads. Anyway, so that was traumatizing. Another thing that was traumatizing, I had a massage yesterday. You know when you have like a weird social interaction and you like replay it over and over in your head because like you're so embarrassed? Like, I consider myself somewhat socially smooth. I'm quick. I can banter. I can read the room. I pivot accordingly, and I can kind of float with anyone, anywhere, anytime pretty smoothly. I got a massage yesterday, and the woman at the end, by the way, I saw stars. I went to Mars and came back. I was like, I don't even know what happened, but it was a emotional experience. It was like the best massage. She like released a demon in my butthole, and like I just was so happy about it. Unbelievable. So at the end of the massage, she says, "Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to service you," which is like a little weird, a little Get Out vibes. And I looked at her, instead of saying, I had already said thank you multiple times. I'm a very appreciative patron of the arts. Okay. I was like, "Thank you. Oh my God, that was amazing." I gave the whole shtick. And then at the end, she put her hands together and she said, once again, "Thank you so much for the opportunity to service you this afternoon, Miss Schimmel." And I said, "You're welcome," which is, I was too relaxed. I didn't mean it. I should have said, "Thank you so much." And I had said thank you previously, many, many times. But in that moment, because she had said, thank you. My, like some wires got crossed and I just said, you're welcome. Like, why am I saying you're welcome? Like you guys, it's going to take years off my life. Like then I wanted to go right after I said it. I was like, oh my God, how do I make this right? But I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the faculties to like make it funny, or it was so awkward. So then, I mean, I tipped her like a fucking banshee because I was so embarrassed. But then I'm like, is that weird? Now am I overdoing it? And then I wanted to go back in. I was like, what was it? Then I was like, what room is she in? Like, I'm going to knock on her next service and be like, just by the way, like when I said you're welcome, I didn't mean you're welcome. I've said it because it was like a default statement, but I really wanted to just say like, thank you again. I appreciate you so much. But sometimes when I get too in my head about things, which isn't very often, I can make it weird by course correction. And I think at some point you just have to have faith that you're not an asshole and that you're given grace because you just said the wrong thing by default. Here's another question I have for you. Vote in the polls that we don't have. Me and Andrew just talked about this for 13 minutes, so it's like fresh on the mind. There is a woman that works at Gelson's that I absolutely love. I'd take a bullet for her. I prefer her to over, the majority of my relatives, and she loves purses. Okay. She's like the Rain Woman of designer bags. She knows colors, fabrics, leathers, design. Like she just loves purses. And I see her almost every single day. And like not in a pretentious, gross way, just like in a jovial, appreciative, like woman of the arts. Like she just loves purses so much. And it's just the cutest, sweetest thing. I was cleaning out my closet and there's a purse that I'm going to get rid of. And I thought, would it be weird if I gave her this purse? Because it's a purse I will never use again. God forbid I donate it to charity or, Dress for Success or something like that. Would never. Would I give it to the woman at Gelson's? Yes, in a heartbeat. But I don't want her to think that it's weird or it's like, God forbid. There's nothing worse than like a white savior complex, like some dumb white girl rolling through like, here, you want my hand-me-downs? Like, I don't want it to appear like that because that's so not what this is. Like it would make me so happy. I feel like she would love it. She would appreciate it. She had mentioned she loved it moons ago and it would make me so happy. But then is that selfish? And then I don't want her to ever feel like she owes me anything. And I feel like I might over-explain it. Like I did this one time at a local Mexican restaurant when I saw a girl who just had a baby and she was working there and she was 3 weeks out of giving birth. And then I got really weird and I rounded up all of Clyde's toys and like Gucci, like baby clothes he was given as a gift. And then I did like a drop off at the cantina and I was like, come around back. I have some gifts for your son. And then I gave her a bike. And then I felt every time I go there, now I get a free guacamole, but I don't want the free guacamole. Like I literally wanted to clean house and get rid of all of Clyde's toys, but also see, this is where I get cuckoo because I consider myself pretty mentally stable, but I never want anything to be misperceived. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like strings attached. I don't like transactions. Like, if I do something, I just want to do something because it would make me so happy, which is also maybe I am an asshole, but I also just like, okay, this is getting gross. It's getting like, it's like Jesus Jugs, like white savior complex, which is the grossest thing of all time. It's very like Ramona remember when Ramona like met a fan in Boca and she gets on her fucking Instagram story and she's like nuzzling this poor woman. She said, I inspired her. I've inspired her. I changed her life. I've changed her life. And tell me what else you said. And what else did I do for you? And I'm like, oh my God, gross. But I think I'm going to do it because God, can you imagine? Oh, that would make me I'm in my luteal phase right now. I'm in my luteal phase and I'm a click away. I don't know if I'm just like broken and tired or like my iron levels are low or like I'm very connected to myself this week. Maybe because my husband has left me for dead. Maybe because my husband has left me for dead. Maybe it's because I'm having a stroke. See, this is happening. I told you it was going to happen about 14 minutes in. I have to put these sunglasses on because these lights are making me, something is happening. Something is happening. What else are we talking about? Lots of things have gone on. Wait, I want to clarify something. Oh my God. Okay. Because I've received too many DMs about this. In last week's episode, I had said that I was in Santa Barbara. I went to the Haim show, had the time of my life. Before the show, I went to dinner and I sat next to Sophia Grange, aka Sophia Richie. And I had mentioned something about how I'm always looking at celebrities and seeing if I see someone out, I want to see what their drink is. I want to see what they're eating. I get excited about carbs and booze. Now, people said, heard it first on the Bitch Bible. That is not correct. What I omitted from that story is that I had said, when I said that I sat next to her at dinner, that she was so beautiful and I wasn't paying attention and I didn't see if she was drinking and that I normally look. That was a lie. I lied to you. I did look and I did notice that there was no alcoholic beverages, but I did not say that. I would never say that. Another omission, she was having dinner with Charlie Puth and his wife, who also announced that they were expecting. I omitted that because I definitely noticed that she was not drinking. Okay. So I had a weird witchy twitchy that maybe they were with child, and I omitted those details for that very reason. So no, you did not hear it from the Bitch Bible podcast ever, because I would never fucking say that. Ever, 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 ever. It is my greatest fear in life to be a rat with a mic and a rat tail to boot. So no, you never heard that. You heard it elsewhere, but not from me, because I very distinctively and deliberately omitted details from my Bettina pizza dinner. Thank you so much. I would just like to clarify. Another thing that I would like to clarify, I feel like it's gotten trendy once again. We go through waves with Hellen Keller on TikTok. Wait for it. Yes, didn't know where that one was going for a second. On TikTok, on the Tickety Talks, on the Instagram, we are being fed a lot of Hellen Keller content, as they say. And people are being a little bit more vocal about being a Hellen Keller denier. Okay. And the best thing about this podcast is that if anyone accuses me of anything, I have timestamps. I have been doing this for almost 13 fucking years. So you can roll back those motherfucking tapes. I started this movement and I'm going to end it here today. This is important. People, thanks to me, laying the trailblazing groundwork like a philanthropist, are more comfortable discussing perhaps the holes in Hellen Keller's stories, dare I say it. You know, the 19 books, the flying of the planes, all of the accomplishments. Now, it's not that I want to discredit Hellen Keller. It's that I like transparency and clarity. And let me say this. Nobody loves Hellen Keller more than Jackie Schimmel. Now, I offer this perspective. Do I think that Hellen Keller flew a plane? Of course not. Do I think Hellen Keller penned 18 novels? Absolutely not. Not a chance in fucking hell, okay? What I do believe Hellen Keller's greatest triumph is one that far supersedes all of her alleged accolades, okay, is that she bamboozled a nation, okay, without sight or hearing. Do you know how hard that is to do? That anybody could write a book. People can fly a plane, okay? What they can't do, sans eyesight and hearing, is convince the world that they did that. That's harder to do. And for that alone, we should celebrate Hellen Keller. You know, gilded statues on our front lawns. This bitch bamboozled us, okay? And having that type of conviction, despite basic senses is astounding, groundbreaking, and unfucking believable. And for that, Hellen Keller, I stand with you, I support you, and I love you eternally. WWHKD, baby. And don't you fucking forget it. Oh, that took the wind out of me. I need a Coke Zero break. Not sponsored, just a girl sharing things. ASMR. I'll stop the world and cunt with you. Oh my God, I'm feeling good today. Okay. Next topic of conversation. Oh my God, wait. I wrote this down in my notes last night at like 3 a.m. You know what I'm obsessed with? Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes, everybody. All I want in my house right now, and I can't find it. I don't know where it exists. I want framed art that is suspended by unlacquered brass chains from the ceiling. It came to me in a dream. Instead of just hanging a picture on a wall, I'm going to try to do this in my bedroom because my bedroom walls are like prison pink, like mauve Parisian pink, paneled mohair. I know. Sit with it for a second. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. It like literally gets my nipples hard. Mohair. Okay. With boogers all over the place because Clyde likes to like run into them. He thinks it's like a padded cell, which is beautiful foreshadowing. So there's boogers everywhere. And like, we're just trying to figure that out. But regardless, so I can't nail a picture into the walls. So instead, if I had unlacquered brass chains from the ceiling, 2 of them that connected to like a suspended piece of art. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Does this exist? How can I make this happen? But then is it going to look, or maybe just one chain, like a bulky, beefy chain? I got to figure this out that like connects to like almost like a piece of jewelry, like, but the art is like the charm, but I don't want it to spin. I need it to, you guys, I'm going to figure this out. I need to find a picture. Somebody somewhere has had to have done this before, and it's my entire personality, and I got to figure this out. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I just can't figure out how to construct it. Do I need like a mill worker? Do I need like a glue gun in a dream? What are we doing here? Like, why does my brain work like this? I need meds. Okay, that was just a side note. Another thing we need to discuss is the viral Skims bush thong. I thought this was a joke. It is not a joke. The bush thong is here and it's probably sold out. Kim Kardashian is a genius. The marketing team at Skims is a fucking genius. Will I be buying the bush thong? No, thank you. No, thank you. Now, the thing that people don't want to talk about is that, you know, millennials, we got sold a bunch of bullshit with the laser hair removal a la 2006. You know what I mean? We paid top dollar. We singed our cooches. I've never said the word cooch in my life. I hate that. I'm so sorry. It's like, I like to be clinical with my terminology. We lasered our labias to a crisp, bled our bank accounts dry, and mine came back. So I'm still doing laser treatments. Like I'm still the topiary, like it's a kind of an alopecia situation. But I'm doing a little bit of everything. I'm doing a little bit of laser. I'm doing a little bit of wax. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping it will stick. And it's just a very inconsistent hair growth pattern down there, but she's patchy. And the last thing I'm going to do is contradict the consumerism of my laser hair removal journey with getting a big old bush thong. And the hair on the bush thong, I saw the fire crotch thong and I thought, it's a little wispy. It's a little wispy. And is the point that like the bush hair is supposed to like peek out, or are bushes back? Somebody somewhere said that recently, that the bush is back. And I just like to say, me no likey. I don't mind like a coiffed situation, but like full blown bush, like the Woolsey fires. No, where a brush in any form makes me nervous. I'm in a fire zone. We're not doing that, but good for Skims. You know how much I love Skims, by the way. Fucking die for Skims. And if you've ordered it, good for you. You're weird. I'm going to light this house on fire. There's just like no respect for the craft. People are just banging things, Clyde screaming. Andrew is listening to demos on speaker. Quiet on set. Quiet on set. Quiet on set, please. Thank you so much. Sorry I had to take a little break. I took Clyde to a Mommy and Me gym class this morning, Mother of the Year. Tell everyone you know. And they played 2 Michael Jackson songs, and I made a little bit of a joke. I tried to read the temperature of her room, and I found like a mom that seemed somewhat normal. And I was like, Michael Jackson, quite a choice. They were playing You Rock My World, You Know You Did. And then they started playing You Want to Be Starting Something. And I thought, a kid's, like a toddler gymboree class, maybe we ixnay the Michael. Just a thought, a hot thought. But then are we separating the art from the artist? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't care. Wait, speaking of art and artiste, I do not know if this is true, and I will be not doing no fact checking, okay, on the Bitch Bible podcast. But I saw something on the interwebs that the one, the only Countess Luann de Lesseps will be the voice of the Cowardly Lion in the Wicked sequel, Wicked for Good. This was confirmed by director John Chu. He said, we needed a showman and we needed a deep male voice for the lion, and Luann was the perfect fit. Wait, this has to be a joke. There's no way this is real. I will drop dead. I will get 2 bricks from my backyard and I will tie them around my ankles and I will drown myself if this is true. Okay, it's not true. Well, we're just here to spread fake news. I would die. It was presented to me as a fact, and for that, I am resentful. There were just so many questions from Asma Anathang Jakwe last week that I thought that I would just delve back in, since there is little to no pop culture news that I can discuss, except for the fact that Jacob Elordi on this press tour, I want to say this loud and proud, as a married woman and mother, I would do anything for Jacob Elordi. Okay, we could share bags. I feel like we have a very similar kind of inkling to Bottega Veneta Andiamo bags. Secondly, my butt has never been touched. And I was once saving it for Harry Styles, but like I had to let that dream die because it just, I was a little too vocal about that, and it's a little close to home. And my butt is no longer allocated to Harry Styles. It is reallocated to Jacob Elordi. Hey, Andrew. Super sorry. Andrew, maybe could you take that phone off speaker? Hate to be a burden. Could you take that Zoom call off speaker? Why don't you tell them that your wife is a pop star and deserves a little respect while she's bleeding out? Talking about my butt for Jacob Elordi. You will never touch it. Hey, Andrew, would you mind taking that off speaker? This fucking guy, I swear. It's like everyone's fucking with me in this house. The lights are hot and everyone's on speakerphone. I'm just like wondering. I've said quiet on set 14 times. Anywho, back to business, back to anal. Jacob Elordi is the golden key holder of my butt. And I am not someone who is interested in partaking in a backdoor situation. But if the opportunity presented itself and was desired by Jacob Elordi, I mean, the fact that I can hear my son, like I can see his fingers coming through the bottom of the door. Mommy's busy. Thank you. He could have me in any way that he wanted me. And I don't think he's interested, but I just want to throw that out into the universe. I don't really feel like I'm his type, but I could be. And this is how delusional I am. I feel like if I got a good 20 minutes with Jacob Elordi, I would really be able to razzle dazzle him with this incredible personality that you just can't bottle, that you just can't manufacture, that you just can't teach. And he would be so smitten and taken by my joie de vivre and just overall like vibe that it could happen. And living with that is enough. You know what I mean? Like just feeling like you could have the opportunity to cash it in, to hand over that golden key is enough to sustain you in a long, happy, monogamous marriage, in my personal opinion. Because I know, I'm not saying I think, I know that given the right, I don't know, outside tools, lots of fake hair, like an outfit of like a spackling of makeup, contour, the right lighting, the right amount of alcohol, the right setting, playlist, and just a cornered situation, I could facilitate that. And I just know it because I've had 100% success rate. Fuck, what was I about to do? Oh, ask me anything. Let's go. Is it okay to ask my bridesmaids to pay for their own hairstyling? If you're mandating a hairstyle, then you need to foot that bill. If you want to offer it like, hey, there's going to be a hairdresser here. Oh, God. I don't love it, but I understand, we are in a recession, and if that's a bill you don't want to foot, I would not mandate it, obviously, because then that's just disgusting. Like, everybody needs an updo with loose tendrils. That'll be $150. But if the budget is tight, I would say take ownership and be like, hey, if anyone wants to get their hair done, it's $100. So-and-so will be here. Let me know and we'll schedule it. I don't love it, but I understand it. Does that make sense? What brand is your sauna? This is such a very niche, stupid question, but it is, I believe it's Sun Home Saunas, and it's wonderful. Couldn't love anything more. Favorite Erewhon smoothie? None of the fucking above. Is my deepest, darkest secret that I am a Erewhon girly inside, but I present as a Gelson's girly? Yes, we've covered this, but I affiliate as a Bristol Farms kind of bitch, but I don't get the smoothies. Do I like the activated smoothie here and there? Yes. If I need to get things moving and grooving and I want to feel like I took a hit of crack, then I'll do the activated smoothie. But other than that, I don't like the smoothies. I don't want to pay $28 for a milkshake. Like the Hailey Bieber smoothie, love her like a sister. It is the greatest Ponzi scheme of our time. It's a glorified milkshake. Do you know how much sugar is in that thing? We're good. I'm good. It's not happening. Do I love their tahini cauliflower? Yes. I'd like to be buried in the chicken tikka, which, speaking of, it's Monday. They only have the chicken tikka masala on Mondays, and I'm going to go get it after this. But the Erewhon smoothies are atrocious. Now, a Sun Life Organics, now we could talk a bit. The Wolverine. Roar. What else? The amount of people asking me about a second baby, mind your fucking business. I'll let you know when I'll let you know if there is a second baby. I'm not sure. What tinted moisturizer is your favorite? Thank you so much for asking. I'm not a big tinted moisturizer person. I say go big or go home. I would like it to be very, very clear that I am wearing makeup right now. I'm not someone that leaves the house barefaced most days. I love an oil because I think it dilutes the product, and I always wear a little bit of foundation, bronzer, and a blush and a highlight. Although today I'm not wearing a highlight, but I wear a light beat every day. It's not a full beat. We're not setting, we're not baking, we're not using a pressed powder, but I do feel better and a little bit more even as a rosacea princess with some foundation. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a half chub here. We have updated a makeup routine and she's coming at you hot and nasty. It's off-brand October. Also, I was thinking of doing, just because I don't like the conversation. I don't like connecting to the community. I'm just not that kind of a gal. I don't like connecting to any community. I don't believe in community. I believe in pillar mentality. Okay. I find community and the idea of community to be a bit of a burden, if I'm being honestly. With that said, I was thinking of doing just a master list. I'd like to go on record and say that I'm not an authority on anything besides being a big old bitch. But for the sake of curiosity, I was just going to do a master list of all the products that I actually use that are not sponsored, that are not paid promotions, just shit that I fuck with. Okay, that's the title of the list. Shit that I fuck with. Favorite t-shirt, favorite tank top, favorite jeans, favorite moisturizer, favorite oil, favorite lip gloss, favorite lip color, and then just send it out into the universe and no further questions. It really is hard being such a doll. Who is your best friend? Okay, my best friend is Clyde. My best friend is Andrew. My best friend is my sister. My best friend is Max. My best friend is Virginia. I would say I have like 7 best friends, which is so like 2001 called. Okay. Like, what are we in fucking middle school? The whole like best friend. She's my best friend. But I don't have like a lot of speeds with people. I'm either very, very close or very, very not close. And the people that I fuck with, I'm very, very, very close to. I have friends from elementary school that I still like love so much. And I think it is a red flag. I've discussed this many a time. I think it's a red flag if somebody doesn't have any long-term friends. Like, you got to have one bitch that you went to middle school with that you still can call and be like, girl, we're bearing a body. And if you don't, because yes, people change, but you can change, you can evolve, but to like carry that through and have history and connection for someone who has camionere, I think it's really, 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 really important. And I like value it so hard. Like, I love anytime I see someone I went to high school with, I get very excited because like whether we were close or not, like I like the through line of being around people that have known you for a very long time. I just like find it to be consistent and you don't have to like fill in the gaps or like catch people up to your journey or whatever. I think it's really just nice. Yeah. And that's why you should never be a cunt in high school. Okay. Do I need a 2025 over the knee heeled boot? Probably. I think you need a pointed toe. And you know what I'm really into right now is like a dipped knee situation, kind of like a Western, like I love a dipped knee. The hemline, like when it goes over the knee, just like a little bit of kneecap really gets me slipping and sliding. What do you eat for breakfast? This morning I had French toast. I get sourdough toast from the farmer's market because it has probiotics allegedly. And I always, by the way, I say this to Andrew every day. He's like, no, I know. Like, if you just need to rationalize because you're eating so much bread, like we can do it. And he doesn't say this because I would chop his penis off. But I love beige food and I'm not going to give it up ever. But if I buy bread from the farmer's market, I feel like it has no preservatives, or at least that's what they told me. It's like flour and water. And allegedly it has probiotics. It needs to be refrigerated. It feels like health is wealth. So this morning I made French toast. Yesterday I made a frittata. I always have breakfast. I need breakfast. I can't like get through the days without something. I don't understand intermittent fasting. Godspeed, God bless, can't relate, need to eat every hour and a half or I start like stroking out. And we're team beige over here. Also, I did my NAD shot this morning, so I need a little sustenance. Name something better than Alex McCord's laugh, Alex McCord's baseboards, Alex McCord's floors, Alex McCord's conversation about society, Alex McCord's therapy career, Alex McCord's gay husband, Alex McCord's like birthday present on the yacht. Like I could go on and on and on. I'm rewatching Real Housewives of New York season 1 again for the 300th time. And there's so much that you miss. It doesn't matter how many times you've watched it. Okay. One thing, I'm only on episode 3. A couple takeaways. When Ramona Singer starts telling Countess Luann that Avery is getting into acting and modeling, and Countess Luann goes, "Oh, really? Well, yeah, she's cute." Which is like such a low down cunty dig at Avery, who's like 11 at the time. She's like, "Oh, really? Well, yeah, she's cute." But the tone in which she says she's cute, instead of like, "Oh, she's a beautiful girl, she should get into modeling." "Oh, well, yeah, she's cute." In that decibel, chef's kiss. Secondly, Countess Luann being offended that Bethany introduces her to the driver as Luann and not as Mrs. de Lesseps. Can't get over it. Like, nipples hard. Third thing, Alex McCord, they're talking about packing for the Hamptons. And, you know, they normally go to St. Bart's off season. Another thing, Jill Zarin goes, "I'm paying thousands of dollars for a room in St. Bart's. Alex and Simon are paying $200 for because they're going off season." Like, Hirsch slighting them for going to St. Bart's in the off season because it's cheaper. Unbelievable. Fourthly, the scene where Alex McCord and Simon Van Kempen are getting ready for the Met or the opera or the ballet. And you see, by the way, the wall color of the Alex McCord home, the Brooklyn townhome in shambles, it's giving prison pink. It's giving Faro and Ball pink ground. It's giving dead salmon. It's very on trend, like the perfect shade of prison pink. It's giving Ciao Bella by Benjamin Moore. Those are just some of my favorite pink colors, if you want to write that down. So the wall color I'm like entranced by, but when you see them filming in their home and you look down at the ground, that is full Alcatraz, like prison cement with nails coming out. And it is, nothing brings me more joy than that townhome. And then when they do the grand reveal and it's like the Moulin Rouge bordello with the black and the damask or whatever it's called, like the black and blood red, like it's you guys, nothing makes me happier. How you get over seeing your ex with another girl. You get over it. You just get over it. You know what? We've all gotten too emboldened with our feelings. You think you're the first person in the world that went through a breakup and had to see their boyfriend with another person. It happens to fucking everybody. Zoom out. You broke up for a reason. He's moved on. You need to move on. Okay? It doesn't make it says nothing about you that you guys broke up. Okay? Just remember, if you have a sliver of self-esteem, rebound. We love a rebound over here. Okay? Rebound, honey. And just get over it. Like, the only way out is through. Okay? And the windshield is much bigger than the rear view mirror for a fucking reason. You know what is the best revenge? Moving the fuck on. And be sad. You're gonna be sad. Feel it. I said this to my friend Ruth Ann when she was going through a bad breakup. We lived together. She was in shambles. I remember she called me. She told me what happened. I went to Trader Joe's or Ralph's or whatever, and I picked up all of her favorite things: pineapple juice, vodka, cookie dough, Irish cheddar cheese, quesadilla, like got all of her favorite things. I went over and I said, "Listen, you have 48 hours. We're going to cry. We're going to vent. We're going to go over details. We're going to like beat this dead horse. We're going to drink your disgusting vodka pineapples. We're going to have cheese. We're going to make cookies. We're going to cry. We're going to curse the day he was born. 48 hours from now, we're going to sit Shiva for him and we're going to move the fuck on and we're going to lock it up. We're not going to the party and crying. We're not texting him. We're not calling him. We're not Instagram stalking him. We are going to sit a little Shiva, put your black veil on, and we're moving fucking forward. Okay. Even if you're dying inside, we are going to performatively move on here. Okay. Because you're not going to hold everybody hostage to your breakup. It happens to everyone. If later down the line things change, he changes his mind, we'll bridge that. But for now, you just got dumped and we're going to flip the switch. Now we're icing this motherfucker out. We're taking control of a situation we didn't previously have control in, okay? Because if it's not your decision, you get dumped. The only way you can take back your power is by icing the bro out. We ice these fuckers out. They're dead to us. Now we're in control of the situation, okay? Now we're setting communication parameters. Now we have to dial it in. We got to click it into high gear, okay? And you can't be the girl that's moping around and crying for weeks and weeks and weeks. Do it on your own time, but performatively, let's just have a shrivel of strength and tenacity. How's that? I'm a tough love kind of gal. Is your home your forever home? It might be, but I'm not opposed to leveling up. I remember when we bought this house, our realtor, who's a relative, he's like, well, now you have your forever home. And I was like, record scratch. I'm like, let's not get so comfortable. Let's not get so comfortable ever. You know what I mean? Like, I love this house. I can't imagine loving a house more than this house. But like, you know, if I had $50 million, I could probably just recreate this house on a bluff somewhere. You know what I mean? With a helipad. But, you know, I love this house. For now, like, can't imagine. And I looked because when the Palisades fires happened, we got some crazy offers on this house, like crazy, like record breaking offers on this house, like all cash, like a number that I couldn't even imagine. And then when me and Andrew talked about it and I really started to think about it and I thought, yeah, but like, where am I going to go? And like, I can't take these doorknobs with me or this history with me. And like, for what? Like to make some money on this house and then what? Like uproot. I love that word triggered me so much a few weeks ago. Now it's like all I've been saying. For now, this house is so perfect for us and I just love it so much and I've just put so much fucking time into it. That's the thing. It's not even about like money or whatever. It's so much about like the details, like things that I cannot replace, that I can't take with me, that like matter so much to me. The fact that my son is sleeping in my dead mom's childhood bedroom that's a fucking blow mind. It's a fucking blow mind. So for now, yes. Forever, who fucking knows? You know what I mean? I don't live like that. How do you romanticize your everyday? Oh, this is like my kink, by the way. I wake up, I like try to exist in a Nancy Meyers situation all day, every day. And I really I am someone that tries to make every day like special, which is so like, somebody get a gun and shoot me in the ass. But this is the truest thing I'll ever say. I wake up, I put music on, I make French toast, I light candles. Like, I'm never the type of person that's like, I'm going to put the baby down, I'm just going to order takeout and like get in bed and like have water out of everything I do every night. Every fucking night, I light every fucking candle in this fucking house, okay? I put the fireplace on. I do my mood lighting. I have the fresh flowers. I put music on while I'm cooking. I set the table. I'm never gonna like eat out of a container of takeout. I plate everything. I'm putting a drizzle of chili oil. Like, I'm so obsessed with details. I use like a cloth napkin, and my brass, like fucking silverware. Like, I'm even alone. I do this when I'm alone. And I plan like little things. I'm like, tonight is we're going to do pumpkin carving. We're going to do this. Tonight we're going to have whatever. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like a control thing or just like a hyper curation of the environment that makes everything feel like happy and healthy and special and fun and pretty. But I've kind of always been like that. I'm never drinking. Like, I will put the water in a wine glass with like a sprig of mint and like a fucking umbrella by myself. Like, everything has to be, and it's not like, I don't think it's an OCD thing. I think it's just like I really like to milk a day. I've kind of always been like that, and not to get como se dice too real, but after my mom passed and I was so sad for so many months, that given the option to make something a little bit prettier or sparklier or feel a little bit more special, I just adapted that into a routine. And now I bring candles to hotels. Like, I'm like a crazy person. And I don't know, it feels so good. It feels so good. I put everything on a little tray. Like, I'm just annoying like that. I drink out of a carafe. Like, there's so many stupid little things. And I'm telling you, the devil is in the details, and it does make a fucking difference. It boosts serotonin levels. Take it from me. I'm not on any beta blockers or any antidepressants. Not yet. The day is young. Favorite Salt Lake City housewife, Mary Cosby. Although I'm loving Angie, and like Lisa Barlow is just unfucking believable. She's unbelievable. What do you wear day to day? I mean, this is sad. My computer's about to blow up. Listen, I'm wearing an aloe legging, a fucking redone tank top, some form of a jacket. Today I'm wearing, what is this? An Isabel Marant, like a denim oversized shirt, and a pair of motherfucking 9060 New Balances. I pop on what I consider a cool pair of sunglasses, a cute bag, and I call it a fucking day. Like, I'm not wearing jeans. I'm not busting a trouser. I'm not draping a jacket over my shoulder. I'm wearing workout clothes every single day. And that's my truth. On a weekend, I'm going to hit you with a barrel leg jean, a sneaker perhaps, and like a blouse or a t-shirt. I'm very much so a white t-shirt jeans kind of person. And I lean heavy on bags, accessories, shoes, and today a weave, because I'd love to be the person that wore like a pair of heels to dinner. I'm basically never doing that. I'm never doing that unless I'm going to like a wedding, a cocktail party, like some type of an event with a dress code. I'm never fucking wearing heels. I'm never wearing a dress to dinner. Like, that's, to me, so insane. I'm wearing a white t-shirt or like a sweater, jeans, boots, loafers, cool jackets. That's like the thing that I invest in is cool jackets, bags, shoes, jewelry, art, hair. By the way, I'm such a liar. I'm so broken. If you give me like one martini and you get me online, okay, and I'm on Net-a-Porter or Net-a-Port or whatever, and I see like a bedazzled bodysuit, she's coming home with me. I'll never wear her, but in the off chance, I've got it on lock. Is my husband Jewish? Yes, he is. He's converted and he is a member of the tribe. Will you slap me across the face on stage at the Los Angeles show? 1000%. Do you know how many people have asked me to scream at them or slap them at these shows? I don't know. I don't know what I'm presenting to the world, that somebody, I swear to fucking God, somebody DM'd me. It was a dude. And he said, I will pay you $2,000 to slap me across the face. It was somewhere in Florida. Go figure. And I said, absolutely. Send me your information. And I would have. He didn't follow through with it, but I would 100% slap someone for money. I'd do it for free. Have I ever slapped anyone? For sure. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, my God. Like a couple people, actually. I shouldn't say that. See, this is why Fran wanted me to do that morality clause training, or she wanted me to do, what was it? Indemnation or slander. She wanted me to take a course because of like this thing called a morality clause, where if you're a pussy and you misrepresent your personality to the internet or on a podcast, which everybody fucking does, and they pretend to be one certain way, and then you meet them in real life and you're like, what the fuck? Guess what? No tricks over here. No surprises. But, people misrepresent on a microphone. You say something and then you get hit with a morality clause and then you can get in trouble. But I don't really care because I will slap someone for money and I'm available for hire. So just take that with you on your journey. Now, if you'd like to get slapped, go to thebitchbible.com/tour. Please get your tickets. Please get your tickets. It's going to be so fun. Nashville, Atlanta, LA, you gotta roll the fuck through. You will not regret your decision. I promise you. It's a guarantee type of a thing. Love you so much. And give us 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, share us with your friends. And I hope you have an amazing week. Love you so much. Goodbye.